name's Dave Lane, and I grew up in Vancouver, and I learned to climb in Squamish with a group of teenage boys my age, and I became addicted to climbing instantaneously, and it really helped me divert a lot of my energies from my teen boy hormones and getting in trouble, and it's been a lifelong passion. Experience of Kalymnos this is my third trip here, and on the first trip with SERGI we came from MEDINA to here in the spring, and I immediately fell in love with it. It's so big, so beautiful, and it feels like when I was a teenage boy going to Yosemite every season, so it's a very special place for me. When I first came here, I guess the inspiration for some of the rebolting was that I would get to an anchor and the anchor would scare me. SERGI and I both enjoy putting up new routes. I've done that in my past, not so much now. The last time I put up a new route was about 8 years ago, maybe even longer. And so as we climb, we're always looking at rock together saying, well, what about that route? What about this route? And I always heard about Sikati Cave, but I frankly thought that the climbing would be too difficult for me, and I'd also heard a lot of rumors about the aging equipment. The perspective of Sikati Cave is very real, and it's so beautiful, and it's so big, and there's a vast amount of new reading that can be done here. And we've already started. And thanks to Max and I think Copa, and thank you very much to Petzl, and that I believe there was 2 rock tours in 2004 and 2006, if I got the dates right. The inspiration that they must have had when they first saw this place with no routes must have been mind-blowing. The desire was actually to build the new routes, but what happened was, in order to climb these routes, we knew that when we came in here, there would be a lot of bolts that were rusting and anchors that were in decay and weren't safe.
The museum is right here. This museum of terribleness.
I saw anchors needed to be replaced, so I thought, well, what can I do to help? So I made a large donation to the bolting fund, and that was last fall. When I came back this spring, I thought, well, I bought the equipment. What's the next thing I could do? Well, I thought the next thing I could do was actually install new anchors. So that's how we started. We would take the drill with us on every climb. Yesterday, young Axel, we've been teaching him how to bolt, and we sent him up the 8B over here, and he rebolted the whole thing. It's like brand new, ready to go with new anchor on the top. And the equipment that we brought down off of that was just horrific. Just really bad. And thanks to Max, the gentleman's name is Max Berger, he rebolted with glue-ins some of the classic routes here, which enabled me to climb routes in the 7th grade, and they were safe. And as we began to explore doing more routes, we would find some rusting bolts and some rusting anchors, and so we would replace those. As a teenage boy and into my early 20s, we were building new reefs all the time. And back then it was hand drill, on the lead, really arduous, really dangerous. So it's been just so rewarding to just be like a little kid again and bolt new routes and climb new routes. I met SERGI 3 seasons ago, and he's been my coach. He's bringing me from old school sport climbing, trad climbing, teaching me modern technique of sport climbing, and it's really enjoyable to learn from younger people, because I'm 64 now, and so many of my habits of climbing are old and they're not up to date, and I learn so much every day from SERGI and from all the young people that I meet in Kalymnos, so it's super fun. So what you'll find at Sikati Cave now is that starting right with the entrance, we would loosely call it a via ferrata. We've replaced the rope and put all stainless steel equipment on here, so now the entrance into the cave is safe. Thanks to Max Berger, all the classic routes have been rebolted, all the anchors have been replaced. So now when you come to Sikati Cave, you can feel like you can do these climbs without risking your life, that the bolts won't break, the anchors won't break. It's a beautiful place with very green, lush grass. The hike in is gorgeous. It's long, it's like 40 minutes, but it's undulating terrain. There's a beautiful beach at the bottom, and you know, the terrain here is it's otherworldly. It's like a Dali painting with all the TUFAS, and the quality of the rock is actually some of the best in Kalymnos. Thank you to Kalymnos and all the locals for inviting me. I feel privileged and happy and grateful to be here.
Nice. That's it.
Okay.
So thanks to Sergi and Dave, Niels, Pesce, Axel, Kopakopalidis and Max Berger, there has been a lot of work done in Sikati Cave. Here you will find a topo to climb, so have fun, enjoy and stay safe. You know that I am recording, huh?
Oh, fucking hell, got that shit, yeah.
She's recording all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, I feel it, man, I feel it.
We forgot something.
Okay, you
About
say it.
bolting?
Oh, that's what you're supposed to say, Dave. Forgot about something, right?
Through all of this excitement, we attracted some of the other locals. Niels, what's Niels' last name? Niels is...
Niels.
Niels, the Swiss hippie, came in, and then Fred Lacombe.
Sorry, Niels.
I know, he suits it. And then Fred came in, and they started equipping new routes.
We can call him Fred the engineer.
Fred the engineer,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
laser engineer. Yeah. So between Fred and Niels, and then before that, well, Pesce, and that's what we just finished the other day. And that is basically probably up to 36 days, embarrassingly to say, 36 days or more in the cave.
We are artists. We do it slowly, you know. We do it with our heart.
Craft bolting,
Craft
not
bolting.
industrial bolting.
That's it, right, Rada?